Hey guys, welcome to the Jamily Chick today. You have the Jamily Chick here. I'm Alexius Lipot, and then we have the Jam Squad coming on, which is Jason Lipot
What's up,
right
everybody?
here beside me. And then we also have Stevie coming on stage. What's up, Stevie?
How you doing?
Hey, and then we also have Jamie as Killer Wave. What's up, girl? How you doing? These are our peeps, and these are who we are usually always going to be with. You'll find the four of us together at some point in a show somewhere together, So welcome to the Jamily Chick today. So we decided to do a faster podcast than what we were going to because Goose dropped tickets today, and they dropped tickets at a really cool spot in New York City. It's a really cool spot. It's called The Shed, and it has to do with art. And so we'll go through that. And then we're also going to cover the Billy shows this past weekend. We had Stevie in Nash Vegas out there. And then Jamie was taking photos for Mahali Frasco and Daily Bread. And Stevie, you also caught Mo, right?
I'll be at Mo tomorrow.
You'll be
Actually, I was at Mo.
You were at Mo. Okay, I thought so. I just didn't want to say, and obviously I didn't want to say it wrong, and I said it wrong. But okay, we're all good. We're moving on. And and then Jason and I also caught last week the Mahali Frasco show also, but we were in Richmond. And Jamie, what city were you in?
No, we were in Roanoke.
We were in Roanoke. I'm sorry. Those two R cities in Virginia get me every time.
There's only two.
There's no other. I saw him in New York City at Irving Plaza.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah. And then Stevie, you were in Nash Vegas, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Where was that? Bridgestone Arena?
Bridgestone, yes. 2 nights at Bridgestone, and then he played one night at the Ryman.
Oh yeah, that's an awesome venue, but there's no room to dance in that place.
No, I didn't actually get into Ryman, so.
Okay. Stevie was so sweet. Like, he was texting me before. He's like, man, I really want to go to disco. He's like, but I really want to go to Billy too. And I was like, dude, whatever you can work out, because we're also the type that don't always have tickets. Jamie more so has tickets more, but me and Jamie will be kind of like nervous about it. And the guys will be like, F it, let's just go. Like, get there, send it, and you'll get a miracle. And most of the time that does happen. I'm not for sure. Like, saying this now, do not send yourself to New York City and expect that you're going to get in the Shed, because it seems like the research that I've done this afternoon, that it seems to be a very exclusivity place to be. And hopefully
they sold out MSG so fast, and that's it's not quite 20,000. They didn't sell every seat like the way Fish does, but yeah, it's like a bit of a fraction of that. And that sold out really fast. Those tickets were like hard to get.
Sold out in 45 minutes, bro.
Yeah. Like it was hard.
But it's like 2,000 capacity cap.
But wait a minute. So we know, I guess, by saying that, and Jamie and I had spoken earlier, so the thing was spoiled. Stevie, did you get tickets?
I did not get tickets.
Oh, man. Usually one of the four of us can come up with it. You can wiggle through with something. But I bet one of the four of us will be at that show that night. Like, maybe not. I could be wrong. But you know me.
Hopefully all four of us will be at that show.
I was sitting outside of it because I live so close to it. That's what's so hard. It's like, dude, it's like right there.
Yeah. So if you have any extra tickets, let us know, because we are all up for it and we will send it. No problem. Jamie's the closest, and she's an amazing photographer. So, we would all love to get it, but whoever can get there, Jamie seems to be the closest. But that does not mean that Stevie, Jason, nor myself would not send it in 2 seconds up there. So we would. That's the truth. Like, so, but it is really cool. It seems to, I was looking up about it. Jamie told me about it this afternoon. And it seems to be like they're supporting the place. The Shed supports people that don't have money, food. What was it that you saw?
No, I think I guess their whole thing is everyone deserves to see art for free. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a right to be able to see
it.
You know what I mean?
And education. I think we heard something about education.
I think, ticket prices just go back into itself and
Yeah.
making sure
But
that it's paid for, and then they can also help people that are maybe underprivileged be able to just get free tickets in.
that's really cool. You've got to have those spots no matter what to get that money, no matter which way. And so, Jamie, since you're closer to the city, have you seen this place, the shed? And it's what's it?
I have never seen it. I've certainly spent a fair amount of time in Hudson Yards, which is a pretty large, development area in Midtown around 30th to about 35th Street. But yeah, I'm interested to see this. I'm not even, I was talking to somebody today who was like, is it inside? Is it outside? Like, where exactly is it? Because I didn't even know it was there.
So
the shed is a indoor and outdoor venue. So
see, I was noticing that. That's why I was noticing the pictures. I was like, one of my
like an NFL stadium,
It's
like maybe we could stand outside.
That's exactly right. Oh, it totally looks like you could totally stand outside, and I'm sure that you could hear part of it. Jamie, oh my gosh, you're now speaking my language. You're gonna have like thousands upon thousands of Goose fans just standing outside of it, because if you do look it up,
rooftops around.
If you do look it up, it does. It's like a beautiful glass building. I kind of was gonna like share my screen because I'm don't bear with me. I'm still figuring out all this stuff. I am not Miss Technology Central. I'm Miss Talk Central. That's me. And so, but I'm afraid to do it because I'm actually not afraid to do it because before we started this, I had to restart, re-record, redo everything. And I know Jamie's sitting on the other side, like, what is this moron doing over here? And all she can see are smiles and Jason being like, she can't hear what's going on. So, but anyway, if you look up the Shed Hudson Yard in New York, let's see. So the design, it's really cool. There's a glass piece. There's what is it? Is it eight stories? What did it say?
I have no idea.
Wow.
So, but it's an 8-level base building that includes 2 gallery spaces. So they're also going to have through the day that you can go to. They're going to have artwork that you can see. I'm not for sure, if you have to have tickets or if
I
can.
think it'd be really hard to get tickets day of to get into the art exhibits.
Yeah.
Well, people have a tendency of like not leaving.
Oh, good point. Good point. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. They also have a versatile theater and a rehearsal space and an artist lab, which I'm not for sure what an artist lab is, but that's awesome. And a Skyline event space. So, but it looks like it says a telescoping outer shell that can deploy from the base building and glide along the rails into the adjoining plaza and the double building's footprint. The McCourt, which is hilarious that it's named that. The McCourt is an iconic space for large-scale performances, installations, and events created with the movable shells deployable. It can accommodate seated audience of 1,250 people and over 2,000 standing.
2,000 standing.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's that. So I'm guessing that it was all standing that they sold. But if you look it up, it's really cool because it's a glass looking thing and it looks like it can be deconstructed and taken places. And but that's where that is. And so that's why I was asking if you had seen it. I was all just like looking up all this stuff, going crazy, just like, what is this? And thinking that it had to do with the artist that did they design the place? Christo and Jean-Claude?
No, that's the art exhibit there.
The art exhibit there that's going to be there. That's what I was like.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in. It's like, how is this art exhibit going to play into this music? Like, I'm sure it's going to be like, whoa.
I think the art exhibit, the Luna exhibit, actually is like being done with the 16th there.
Yeah,
and so they're playing the 11th, so it's probably like the last week. Maybe they're doing a band each, last night of the week.
I don't know. But I also just wonder, is this going to be their thing that they're just going to pop up and do from now on? Like, because we were talking about, I think each one of us on each different podcasts, we're talking about, how we love how the bands love the exclusivity of shows, and then how also like big shows have grown. And so is this going to be the new thing? Is it going to be like the pop-up thing of like getting small shows and stuff, or is it just a once in a while type thing? What do y'all think?
I think we were specifically talking about Goose in this situation, since they don't have much of a tour schedule going on this year, where they're going to do more pop-up shows like this and give you 6 days. Where's it? We have a show in 6 days. So you can try and
sell it right out, like
yeah. I mean, they had no problem, obviously, under an hour. Bam.
They do that everywhere, probably. And
yeah.
I mean, it's a good business idea,
They're certainly at the point in their career where it's like they can pretty much just sort of control
do whatever they want.
Really cool things, and
well, I mean, that's pretty cool that they can do that. So
that's awesome. Definitely was not something that we were planning on talking about at all. We were it's awesome. I hope that we can see one of each other there, but we shall see. Let's take the odds, but I'm gonna stay on the positive side. You know me. I'm just gonna be like, oh,
well, I'll get there.
I might go see my girlfriend Jamie, for a girls' weekend, and then we might just go hang out outside the thing and just see if we can pop up with a miracle or two. How about you? You need a girls' time, Jamie?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. How about you guys sell some stuff on the lot? That sounds like a plan too. Yeah.
Hey, we'll take our art and be up there.
Yeah. So make sure, don't forget Lucy Skydives. So, but yeah, tell us. So speaking of Lucy Skydives and all, Stevie, tell us about Billy in Nash Vegas. How was that?
It was pretty amazing. Like there was a little lot about like 2 blocks from the arena, I guess. And like I sold a lot of tie-dyes all 3 days.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really fun. I got to hang out with Fish's girlfriend, Fish from Disco.
Oh,
nice.
She got me in the first night. I gave her a tie-dye. She gave me a ticket.
Wow.
As amazing as Fish is, like.
Yes, are they not the best? Like, so
out with me all weekend. She was so cool. Like
she's so awesome.
Yeah,
so if you don't know who he's talking about, Fish is Disco's merch dude, and of course, we're all about some disco, and somehow try and find some disco to throw in our lives. So,
disco people, it's like pretty cool.
Yes, that show was sold out too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if the Bridgestone was sold out like both nights. I know it was the first night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Saturday night. I know the definitely sold out. Yeah. I actually Saturday night was sold out too because I didn't have a ticket and I had to get miracled in.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that tells you.
Though, so.
I'm telling you, I don't even think people realize like how amazing and how quick that disco is coming up the list. It's absolutely insane how fast that they're
really. I can't wait to get to see them again.
I know, right?
I'm thinking about driving down to Mississippi this weekend just to see them.
That'd be cool.
Dude, you're giving me like I'm getting FOMO. I've had an insane week, so anything like to take the stress and pressure away, I'm like, let's go, let's do it. And then the crazy thing is our kids have spring break next week, and obviously they get it from their mama, because I got messages from my aunt and uncle this morning that they're not okay with just staying in town. They've let my aunt and uncle know that live out of town, like, hey, can we come see y'all? Can we come see y'all? That I had no idea about. They're calling me. So, but that's so awesome. I'm glad that you had a good time with Fish. So the lot it was a small lot, but was it popping?
Yeah, it really was. It was really, I mean, I made probably $400 just on Sunday, and there wasn't hardly anybody even there.
Dang.
Oh, wow. Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, like all the my good tie-dyes that I had to sell, So like I sold all my good stuff, so I have to make more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet that's something that you're doing all the time. It's like, you sell, of course you're going to sell your best stuff. So then you're going to have to come back and like quickly, and
Well,
that's
to put
always,
them goats in lightning bolt, it takes like a couple days.
yeah.
A couple of them.
I don't think that
The
people
struggle's
realize, people don't realize
Yeah.
like the struggle that goes into tie-dye. It's not like it was when we were kids and they showed us the first time that we made tie-dye, and we made it in like less than 20 minutes. And we went home from an hour thing at church and we were like, look, Mom and Dad, we have this shirt that we made it,
I'm a holy hippie.
Yeah, I'm a whole hippie at a camp, afterwards. And so it's definitely not that, y'all. So don't think it's that going into it. So, but yeah, so oh man, if you could go down there this weekend, that would be so awesome.
It's either that or Daniel Donato. Daniel Donato is going to be back around.
Oh, dang.
Oh, that's a hard choice, man.
I was going to say, boy, these are some tough choices.
Double D, double C.
Yeah. So
so y'all, both of y'all shot Mahali and that Fresco, right?
we
At
did.
different shows, but
Yeah,
same tour.
You
right?
think that we would realize that each other were shooting? It was so awesome. Like Jason showed me the pictures and he's like, check out Jamie's photos. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love those. And I sent her mine and stuff. And but it was but yeah, that was a super cool show. That was we went to total different shows, and it's really cool to discuss that we went to different shows. You also had another band added in with yours, and I think like your show is super special. Our show is super special. That's the crazy thing, is how each show can be super special. We were at this place called 5 Point Sanctuary,
which is really special. It's a church.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
You were at church.
Yeah. And what way to be at church with Frasco? Someone brought him like a little Jesus to put on the keyboard.
With a bottle of Jameson, of course.
Yeah. So it was awesome.
It was wild. It was a wild night.
It was so hilarious. And
yeah, but he's got a couple of new guys in his lineup. New bass player, new
really
new keyboard player, sax player,
yeah.
I think the bass player, like I know he was I heard he had to take a break for a bit because of his from
Floyd,
touring.
right?
Yeah, for family reasons.
Yeah.
I don't know about the saxophone, but it was definitely not. The original saxophonist is Ernie Chang, and he definitely was not.
Yeah.
No, that's not Ernie.
No, he was not Ernie Chang. But let me tell you, this dude had soul. Like,
man.
If you like, I'm not trying to push my photos or anything, but just check out actually Mahali's site, and you'll see like this dude was like, I was feeling it. Like usually it's through certain people, but I looked at Jason and. Of course, me always sticking my foot in my mouth. They had 2 saxophone players that looked identical and were wearing the same type of shirt.
You know what? I thought it was the same guy. Like seriously, it wasn't.
Y'all had the same problem.
All came out together that I was like, oh wait,
dude. So I said it. I was like, so you're, because I thought it was the other dude, and I was like, and he's like, no, he didn't even say like, oh no, you've got me mixed up. It's that one. He's like, no, that's not me. And I was like, open mouth, insert foot, so that was absolutely hilarious. And then later I tell Jason that, and he's like, oh no, when I see them come out on stage together, and
when they were together, it was like, oh whoa, they're like twins, but not. They were like really like almost the same height, same build, same hair. That was interesting because I had that same thing too. Like I was like, wait a minute, there's 2 of them. They were both really good. Like they were
both really, really good.
Yeah,
I think the Frasco's new sax player, he's from like Colorado, I think he said.
Yes, so. I think actually I would say I thought that it was Mahali's saxophone player. So here we go again, getting them.
No, I'm just saying the one that joined Frasco.
Oh yes, yeah, I think you're right. Actually, yeah, and he was amazing. I loved him, but Mahali's saxophone player was just had such spirit and just was like feeling it, and I just was all about him. You know, I was.
Yeah, he's a great player, great harmonizer,
and
great backup singer.
I was just shocked with, you know, also how Mahali just had the setup, you know, Jamie, like he had the bass player like set on a stand. He had his keys.
He was the bass player. He had the bass guitar set up.
You know, well, he had it like, it was really cool how it was like the setup, how he could turn from one spot to the other and play each instrument. And because this was my first time with Mahali, and I was
don't know if it was quite that way at Irving Plaza.
But see, in that interest, so that's
quite that way. I think the stage
like Keller does, like all the instruments.
Do what'd you say, Stevie?
You know how like Keller plays all the Keller Williams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Play like all
like if it's like that.
Yeah.
Oh, he was looping everything for sure. I mean, he had his drum machine up there, and then he turned around to the bass and start laying the bass track, and then he do a rhythm track on his guitar, and then start soloing over it. I mean, he was looping everything.
Just
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I was just blown away. Like I listen to his music all the time. Reggae is my, you know, but I was just seeing this live. I was like, wow. And that's, you know,
he's so good. I mean, Andy commented himself that Mahali is definitely not an opening band. He was definitely not. His band is fantastic. You know, they are so it's like they play those, part of it's composed, part of it's kind of like a flowy sort of exploratory jam. Like it's really good. I mean,
I was blown away. I don't know why I was blown away because I know his music, but I think it was because it was my first time like getting to enjoy it live, and just it was.
He actually just dropped.
Plus, like all the Twiddle people were there, at least in New York City. And man, the Twiddle people are the nicest people in the world. Like I'm serious when I say it. Like I love Twiddle. I only went to 8 shows, and like man, the people that go to those shows are the nicest fans I've ever met. It was so awesome. Great. People were so nice. It was really
Yeah, Mahali actually dropped a new single with 7 Sons today. Called Sunshine. So check that out.
Yeah, check that out for sure.
It's kind of weird. We were talking about it.
Yeah, it is.
I'd also like to give a shout out though to Mo, because I saw them on Thursday. And
how was that?
They are just so technical, and just what I was just blown away at what I was listening on a Thursday night, like at a, you know, half full venue. There were just points where it's like there was this like very composed song. They went into a transition and then they came into another very composed song. And I was just like trying to think of how many bands I've heard do that really well. Like not that many.
Right.
It was so good. Like I was, and not only that, but just like, you know, just there's a really good vibe. People seem generally pretty happy, and
nice.
Yeah, no, it was I had a good time. I know Stevie's gonna like have a great time.
I can't wait till tomorrow because I'm going to see him in the Jefferson Theater. So the Jefferson Theater is always a good time.
Oh, nice.
I don't think they heard your question accidentally.
Oh, but Jamie, you said there wasn't a lot of people at the Mo show there.
I'd say it was about half full. I mean, it's a bigger venue. I mean, it holds 2,500 people.
Okay,
that's a pretty good. I mean, for Thursday night.
Honestly, I thought they sold a lot of tickets for.
Yeah, that's what I was like for Thursday night. That's not bad, you know, especially.
And it wasn't like people just disappeared at like the second set. Like people stayed for the show.
Yeah,
right.
Nice.
You know, it was people were there to hear the whole thing. It was a great crowd. I can't talk the Wellmont and Montclair up enough. I mean, admittedly, I do kind of live there, but it's a really great place. You know, it's a nice venue, and they've added a lot of parking, so it's not quite as annoying to park there, and close to New York City. It also looks exactly like the Capitol Theater.
Oh, cool. Love the Capitol.
I love the Capitol. Love them.
So, Stevie, is the Jefferson Theater in Charlottesville?
Yes, it's like on the mall there where the Tings went in, and then there's like a whole mall.
Yeah.
And it's just up there.
Nice.
It's a really nice. It's got like 3 levels to it.
Dang.
Oh, nice.
The floor, you gotta be in the first 5 rows if you're going to be on the floor, because then after the first 5 people, it's kind of tilted a little bit, and it's kind of rough dancing tilt,
Right.
But we will get there tomorrow. We'll be up on the first balcony, and if you're up on the first balcony, it's like amazing. It's like you're right above the band. Like,
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
we
That's
seen there like a month ago, and just to watch Chris Myers from above play drums was like so epic,
Oh yeah, he's killer anyway.
Oh, I know. Like,
He's killer, bro.
like,
I love the balcony and like being in the front. Sorry, we missed you. We missed you. Stevie's internet tonight. Our internet has been just like down here has not been the best.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I love being up high though.
Yeah, you can see down, you can see everything, you can see it's just I love being I've found at first we all met on the rail, and that's where we all met. And then now you'll catch me a lot if there's a balcony, like it's if it's not too far away and too bad of a view, you'll catch me on the balcony a lot because you can see which each band member is doing and things, and you can see the crowd. It's just you can see all the joy, you can feel you can feel the energy, you can just feel it. It's just a beautiful place to be. And it's at the front of the balcony is not as hot, but on the front of at the front of the rail it's hot as can be. So
Right.
that's another reason.
The balcony is where it's at for sure.
For sure.
And you get a seat.
Exactly, you can see
Part I like. I have a place to sit.
you can see the lights, like all there's it's just there's a lot, there's a beautiful part to each section, but I have started to enjoy where Stevie's going to be. I've seriously started to enjoy that a whole lot more than anything. So but how are the shows? Like I heard that they were awesome. So I'm sorry, going to switch back to Steve, because I was saying Stevie. I'm going to do a and switch back to Stevie because I remember it just popped through this dude. I was seeing like how the Nash Vegas Billy shows were just absolutely just mind-blowing insane.
They
Just
really were insane.
People were coming out, and I mean, I just like my Facebook was just seeing all these like posts and post before and then post like through set break and post after, and
Right.
it was some of the best shows, and with him being in Nashville, and I mean the heart, how can you not, like, even if, well, I don't know, if Jamie, you're not Southern, do you think Nashville is like, do you have the heart for Nashville like the rest of us do?
I mean, I've never been there, but I'm sure it's really cool.
Well, I've only been there once, but it's still like
it's like Southern Las Vegas.
Yeah, Southern. That's why we call it Nash Vegas and stuff. Like
I've only been as far as like I think I went to Bonnaroo one time, which is not quite as far as Nashville. Actually, maybe I have been. I don't know. I don't think I have been.
Yeah, I know I've been to Nashville for Goose, and I know that's where. That's when I know that I've been. So thanks to Goose, I can count that one as a city that I've been to. But so where was the lot in Nash Vegas, Stevie?
It was like down the street from the Bridgestone. It was like 2.5 blocks away. There was a Quiznos. I don't even know if Quiznos is still open, but there was a sign on this building that said Quiznos.
That's awesome.
It might have been. It's from the South, so it might have been.
Isn't there a Quiznos in town here?
Yeah,
we live in Mayberry, so there's a lot
there
of
used to be,
but
yeah.
So,
but anyway, the lot was there, and then it was filled up for the first 2 days, and then everybody left pretty much Sunday and went down to the Ryman to get the and everything.
I got you.
So what was the best part of that?
The best moment for me was the second night. We had a whole hallway full of hippies, and we were just all twirling and dancing and everything. And security did not know what to fucking do. And there was like 30 or 40 of us, literally. And then the second, set break happened, and we all just sat right down there. And then the second set started. And they went and actually got the cops and everything. It was like towing kids out the door.
Oh my God.
I looked at them and told them like they were just going to be chasing these kids around the building the rest of the night. And that's what happened.
Oh my gosh.
Around the whole Bridgestone, and the cops chased.
Oh my God.
It was not very wild. Yeah.
We had a girl get thrown out of our show. She decided that she was going to crowd surf after the saxophone player was crowd surfing, and to try and get the cup of Jameson, was having people take her, like it was going to be a race. I was up top. It was quite funny to watch. But then when I come downstairs, like watching the security guards try and get her out was, those are your priceless fun moments that you just
yeah. I love that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Good times.
Par for the course at Andy Frasco, though.
Do what?
I said it's par for the course to have,
that's
what I excited crowd surfer,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
she's having a good time.
She was, and I don't think that security knew that. That's what they were. But that was the best thing
I'd part of the show,
Exactly. So it was. She was schmammered.
Well,
so it was awesome.
It's hard to find places to dance sometimes. Like, people get mad at you for dancing sometimes. Like,
it's insane.
I almost got fist fights at Eagles concert because I was standing up.
That was the truth. They're like, why are you standing up? And I was like, because we're at a concert. Like, do you want us just to sit the whole time?
Why do you want to sit down during Hotel California?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
How did
the Eagles?
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles.
Can you please answer me? How do you sit through, through that California Hotel?
Hotel California.
Wow. Switch that, reverse it. So yeah, but
it was crazy. Like, yeah, people were like chugging on my shirt for me to sit down. I mean, I was crazy.
Yeah, I
was at a seated show a couple weeks ago, but it was like very clear that it was a seated show. Like, it was jazzy, like.
Right.
That's
Joe Walsh. I mean, come on,
Yeah, I'm not sitting for Joe Walsh.
Exactly.
It's crazy. I mean, it was Joe Walsh, Vince Gill, Don Henley.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But then,
please, sir, sit down.
Can you sit down? I'm like, I was like, why don't you stand up?
Exactly. Get up. Show some energy, people.
Yeah. But anyway, that didn't work though.
And then I was turned off from like concerts I was afraid, like, is that what we're turning into? And, but then that was just that one concert. The rest of them have been good times since. So, but, yeah, so I think what's coming up, y'all, though, or actually, we haven't finished.
Stevie's going to Mo tomorrow, right?
Stevie's going to Mo tomorrow, and we haven't even finished because I interrupted Jamie. I'm so sorry about that. Y'all know me, Miss Chatter Tatter and Interrupter. I'm sorry. So let's loop.
Should go this way. Conversation.
That's exactly right. So we the one thing that we did have in common. Did they do Killing in the Name of at yours also?
They did.
They did break stuff at ours.
They did which one?
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit. Oh, that's
okay.
Yeah. So that's what I saw. Okay, that's why I know it was Killing at the Name of. I saw on one of the pages that they had the same day that you were at the show, Jamie, that they did that song, and it was like that was the same day that Nirvana, the Kurt Cobain, and something with Nirvana, something big and something big happened on that same day. And I'm so sorry to say that. No, but it was like the last day, I think, that Nirvana, hold up, here it's come. So that was the last concert date that Kurt Cobain ever played in, actually. And they were supposed to do that song, and he was so messed up that they couldn't do that song. So people were asking on the internet, do you think that that was a coincidence, or do you think that Frasco knew that that happened? Because in 1994, that was the last concert that Nirvana had and Kurt Cobain had played at, and that was a song that wasn't able to be played that day. And so was it a coincidence that Frasco played that song that day with the whole group?
Maybe
Conspiracy theory, bang. Thank you. It came back. Just give me a second. It'll come here. There's just a lot of information tickering through.
You just have to get the hamsters, running.
Exactly. Get that hamster running and it'll get there. It might just take a second. So Jamie actually sent a clip of that. So since I'm kind of nervous about doing some things on here until I get Jamie up in charge of the technology on this, I'm going to just wait until the end of the show, and I'll try and like screenshot we can do like 29 seconds of a show and without permission. So I'm going to like screenshot 29 seconds so you can see that, because it was sick, because there were also other people playing in with that song, right? It wasn't just
it was Mahali was out.
Yeah, Mahali was out. Didn't y'all have a violinist too?
So there was, in fact, I haven't read my review yet. There was a violinist out there, and there was a point where Frasco was like, "Don't you think she should join our band?" So I thought that was kind of cool, because it sounds like maybe they want to add. I think she would be a great addition to his band. I mean, she definitely like fit right in with the shtick that they have going.
I think that would be awesome. Add a female to it, please. That would be amazing.
Oh,
so
sure.
I wondered about that, because I saw your pictures and I saw a female, violinist in it, and or I was like, oh snap, what's up? I was like, they had a different show than what we had. So
New York City, there's a few, Karina Reichman sat in, but I mean, she lives in the upper east, upper west. She lives up there somewhere.
Nice.
One of those places.
The north, upper east, west, south.
I know, right?
That's really cool.
Also, shout out to Daily Bread, who I saw on Saturday at Irving Plaza, which was another very different type of music. That's EDM. He's like a DJ, a lot of Ableton Live, hip hop. It felt like one long rap, but it was one long danceable rap song. Like it was
and that's what I love about it though, is because you get that that beat going, like that EDM, like there'll be different songs, but they get that beat, just like I'm so ready, y'all, just so ready. I'm so ready for this. So corny at this point. Like I'm so saying, when I say so ready, that automatically pops in my head and I'm like, stop.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, what else?
What else is happening?
Yeah, what else is happening?
Anything else? Or how is Daily Bread? Tell us about Daily Bread. Because
what else? Yeah. So what else? Is it just him as a singular guy?
Him, he's a DJ that does a lot with Ableton Live. Kind of like mixes hip hop and like maybe a little R&B with just like as an EDM artist. So it's not necessarily for everybody, but I love it. It's very chill. He likes to sample in a lot of like soul music.
Would you compare him to Pretty Lights, kind of?
You know what? So Pretty Lights is slightly different just because he does more improvisation. Like he's got all these people on. It's hard for me. The last time I saw Pretty Lights, there was like 4 different people on stage. I wasn't even 100% sure what they were all doing.
Yeah, this is my band.
Well, he's got the drummer. He's got Michael Menard, and then he's got like those 2 other guys.
Yeah. So
they're all adding to it. See, Daily Bread, it's just him. Right. So it's slightly different. He's more in the DJ direction, but still super chill. Cool. Especially if you like hip hop. He is. Yeah. It is just perfect beats.
Oh, sweet. Nice. I'm glad to hear about that, because there's just so much to learn about. So much to learn, so much different music. And that's why I absolutely love hanging out with you, because you'll like drop names. I'm like, what? Wait, what is this? And so
likewise.
It's good times. I think of one band that you dropped. I'm not even going to say it out loud because I am embarrassed to say. I will not say which band it is. Completely embarrassed that Jason turns it on and he's like, hey, what do you think about this band? And I was like, I really like it, 4 songs in. And he's like, yeah, this is the band that you wouldn't go see. And I was like, okay. Get you where you're stuck in the shower and you can't change the songs, and 4 songs deep I'm like, hey, I like this song. And if that tells you how much I was liking it, I was dancing to it in the shower and it got cold. So I'll say it now, since I've said that much. I'll give it a shout out. Sunsquabi. Is that how?
Oh my God, I love them.
I'm so sorry. That is, but there's just been so much to check out, like so
much to check out.
And so that's what, that was one of those, and that was one of those that I just hadn't checked out yet. And he was just like, you have got to check this
Yeah,
out.
there's so much to hit. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh
especially
my gosh,
this
even
year.
in just that like EDM sort of like DJ scene, like wow, there's so, and like it's just you keep hearing more and more. I could just start naming off. There's this band called Piper, PHR. Like he's kind of like Pretty Lightsy a little bit. I could just, yeah, like there's all these people.
We gotta get a list of this, because you know me, and oh man, I love some EDM and like that type of music. That's what I was just like, oh, this
I think recently John Summit just played at the Sphere, I think.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was sick.
I saw a video of it, and the visuals were just insane.
Yeah, he was super sick. So
I was gonna tell you about it. It was like a black hole, kind of like it was like a checkered board, like black hole, and it was sucking in the galaxy or whatever, and then it just exploded back out and everything. It was insane. I was like, wow,
yeah,
that place is just unbelievable.
I can't wait to get to that place.
Yeah,
can't wait. Our friends like literally flew out there to Las Vegas, flew out there for one night of Dead and Company. Like didn't even, their flight might have been like early the next morning, but just flew out there for the show, got back on the plane and flew back out here. And I was just like, I am all about it. Go for it, man. So, you know, good times. I guess all of us will do pretty much.
We'll all get out there. We'll get to the Sphere.
Yes.
When time it comes.
Yep.
Because, you know, Vegas is one of those things, you know, you got to be ready for it.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, definitely.
So, well, awesome. So I guess that we've covered a lot of music and things. And I think so. Talking to Aggie, lots of different bands about interviews coming up, and I'm not for sure which interview will be next, but we're going to put out some little reels and let you know what's next. But we will see you guys next week, and I hope y'all have an awesome week of music, not just weekend, weekdays, and don't ever say no to a music show. You will have the best time ever. So I hope y'all have an amazing week. And thank you for joining us here, the Jamly Chick and the Jam Squad. And check us out, because we will, if you're at Billy Strings or any lot, you know, you might see Stevie out there. You might see Jason out there, but you definitely, if you're at a Billy show or something, will see Stevie. So check out Lucy Skydives, and so you might see, if you're up in New York, that area, you might see Jamie out there taking photos. So definitely don't feel afraid to come by and stop and say hey. So
and if you're down south, you might see this chick and this guy down here at a show. So,
but you know, I go like this always. So I might be up north, I might be out west, I might be down south. We never know where I'm going to be. I don't even know it. So, but yeah, my kid stalks me on GPS. But all right, well, I hope y'all have a great week, and we will see you guys later. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Bye.